Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Good afternoon. Today is Thursday, October 16th, 2025. Good afternoon from Delaware. Welcome in. Welcome in. We're live on YouTube as well as TikTok. It's a sunny afternoon here in Delaware today. It's not raining like it did 4 days ago. I mean, 2 days ago, I was stuck in the house because it was raining a lot. Very bright, sunny afternoon. Good afternoon from Delaware. It's about a few minutes after 1, about 3 minutes after 1. We'll get everybody ready to come in. Share the live, please. Share the live both on YouTube and TikTok. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me so that we can continue. On this channel, we talk about ways to come to the US with special focus on the DV lottery and also life in America as an African immigrant. So if you want all those details, stick around. PK, good afternoon. You're saying the sound is static. Braddock Lewis, greetings. Canadian, you're saying the sound is not clear. I am not clear. All right, TikTok, can you hear me? TikTok, can you hear me? Everybody, let me know if you can hear me. Let me go back to the settings and see what's going on with that. Mic is not clear, so okay. Let me look at that and see what's going on with that. That's why I always ask you guys if you can hear me. So let me the mics and let me know if you can hear me now. I've switched the mics. So let me know if you guys can hear me. I have switched the mics. Can you hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? I've switched the mics. TikTok, can you guys hear me? I have quickly switched the mic, so let me know if you can hear me. Yes, and yes is good. Thumbs up. Thank you, guys. You see, that's why I always ask you in the beginning, because I don't, like I said, I don't have a production team to let me know if my sound is clear. You guys are my producers. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Welcome in. Let me acknowledge the people who have jumped in already. Matthew Correal, thank you. Braddock Lewis, thank you. PK, thank you. Thank you for letting me know about my mic. Morris, thank you. Official Vibrator KE, thank you so much. Thank you for that. Thank you for letting me know. Hamilton, karibuni. I'm now good. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Dawood, welcome in. Wangoi Njao, welcome in. On TikTok, thank you guys. Welcome in. Karibuni sana. Before you jump in with the questions today, let me tell you what the agenda for the day is. Today is the 16th of October, 2025. That date is very significant for a lot of people. Everybody was waiting to see what's going to happen today. There was a lot of speculation about the DV entry period to be open today. If it was truly to be open today, they would have announced a few days earlier, like 3 or 4 days earlier, to give us a heads up that, hey, the DV entry period for 2027 is going to be open from this date to this date. But today is the 16th, and we will look together to see whether it's been open. I did check earlier, and it's not open. Some people are saying the DV program has been canceled and it's time to forget that. A lot of speculation, everybody coming up with their own theories. On TikTok, Miss Afia, karibuni, thank you. Stella Okero, thank you for coming in. Wanjiko Kiguru, I see you. Rose Kezi, thank you for always showing up. Thank you so much. Thank you for the roses. I appreciate you. As you drop or as you stop by, just share the live. I will appreciate that. Share the live so that a lot of people can, YouTube and TikTok can share this live to more people so that they can join in if they have any questions or if they have any updates for us from different parts of the country. Teaser Tizi, Kakisa, hello, how are you? Where are you guys listening from? Drop your location. Let's see where different people are and what's going on with their DV progress. I know on the last live, we got somebody who said they've been scheduled for their interview already. So we'll see if there's any more people who will come up on this live and give us updates about what is going on. So as you come in, this is what we have for the agenda for today. The DV entry period. Now that it's already the 16th of October, is the DV entry period open? Has it been canceled? Also, the new Visa Bulletin is out. Are there any changes from the previous one? And we'll look at the comparison together. And we'll also go over some questions to expect at the diversity visa interview appointment. We did briefly go over that on the last live 2 days ago. But towards the end of the live on TikTok, I saw that most people are not fully satisfied with the response. So we'll go over some of the common questions. That doesn't mean that those are going to be the exact questions that you're going to get. It's just like a sample of the most frequently asked questions. Okay. All right. Where do we start? Is the DV program for 2027 canceled? The short answer is no. And the long answer is, I don't know. So let's look at the entry portal. This is where we usually go on TikTok. If you can't see me and you like to see what I'm sharing today, you can jump on YouTube and look at what I'm saying. But I'm sharing the dvprogram.state.gov website, which is the official website for entering into the DV program. So as of today, it's still showing that the entry period for the DV 2026 diversity visa program, all the details for that, that's what it's showing. It's not showing us anything for 2027. So that is that. So that's not, today is not the day. Today is not the day for the diversity visa program. It's not the day to enter. A lot of questions on TikTok. When are we? How do I enter? You enter through dvprogram.state.gov once the portal is open. But right now, the portal is not open. So that answers that question. So as far as the Visa Bulletin, it was released yesterday. So remember, the last 2 days we talked about the Visa Bulletin, and we were hoping that will be released somewhere this week. So it was released yesterday for November, and that has numbers for December also. So there was not much movement compared to the previous one. So right now on TikTok, I'm sharing the Visa Bulletin page, and that one is found on travel.state.gov. Travel.state.gov. You can just type in Visa Bulletin. And so we are going to look at the November bulletin. And if we scroll down all the way, once you click November Bulletin 2025, you scroll all the way down to look for the diversity visa program, because there are also other categories in that. So TikTok, make sure you tap the screen and share the live so that it doesn't get dropped, so you guys can get more value from this short live that I'm doing today. So for diversity immigrant category for the month of November, last video, we talked about how to read the diversity visa bulletin. If you don't know how to read it, you can go back on YouTube and look at that video. It's short, it's easy to read. So if you see these numbers, when an allocation cutoff number is shown, visas are available for only applicants with DV regional lottery rank numbers below. So if we compare the October one and the December one, the numbers are really, really the same. So that's the November one and then the December one. So if you look at the December one, So that means there are visas available and people should be getting their second notification letters to attend their interviews, most likely in January. So for Africa, the number stayed the same. The cutoff number was 17,500. That did not change. Asia, apart from Algeria, Algeria moved up from 14,500 to 17,250. Asia remains the same, Europe the same, North America the same, Oceania 1,100 remained the same, and South America and the Caribbean 1,850. So Nepal and Egypt remained the same. So no changes there, just a slight change in Algeria. And so they already had scheduled, they had already so many visas available. So it's not unusual for the numbers not to move so fast at the beginning. So what I can say is, for those who don't understand what that means, it means that if you're in Africa, for example, let's say you are in Kenya, there are several factors that would determine how soon you're going to get your second notification letter. The capacity of your embassy, the proficiency, how effective are they, how fast are they moving? Because if it's a slow embassy, regardless of whether your number is current or not, you will not get your 2NL fast, as compared to if your embassy is quick, they're moving fast with the 2NLs, then your number will be reached sooner. So for everybody in Africa who is case number 17,499, you should technically be expecting your second notification letter so that you can attend your interview. Once you get the second notification letter, all that information is there about your visa location, where the interview is going to be, the medical, where you're supposed to go do your medical prior to going for the interview, because you need that notification letter to take it to the medical. They have to see that appointment letter for the visa interview. So let me know if you understand the concept of the visa bulletin in the chat. And then when we get to the questions, I'll look at it and maybe I can review it later. But if you want, you can just go to travel.state.gov, type visa bulletin, and just read that. One thing I wanted to mention at the end, towards the end of that visa bulletin, they released the number of selectees. So the last two bulletins, we didn't know how many people were actually selected for the DV 2026. So the number is right here. So if you read one of those paragraphs, the first paragraph, and there's a line that says approximately 129,516 prospective applicants. That's including the selectee themselves, the primary applicants, their spouses, and their children have been registered. So that means they've been selected and registered as winners of the DV 2026, and they can confirm their selection. They can go to that website, the ESC status portal, and confirm their winning if they haven't, and then they may be eligible to make an application for an immigrant visa. That means those people have been selected for 2026 DV to proceed with applying for a diversity visa. So we know the number. It's higher than the expected number of visas to be given this year, which is, I think, 51,000. So usually they do this because of very many factors, including some people win the DV, but they don't want to apply. They don't want to go ahead and apply for a visa. Some people get disqualified. Some people now, especially now because of the travel ban, a lot of people are not going to get the visas. So it's not unusual for them to select a higher number of applicants or selectees more than the allocated number of visas. So for this year, the DV 2026 annual limit has been reduced to 51,840. So if you look at those numbers, really, 129K selectees, and then 51,850 available visas to be allocated for DV selectees, DV 2026. So we'll see how that pans out. I hope everybody will be current. I hope everybody's case number will be current. And I hope everybody will get an opportunity to attend the visa interview. So that's that about the visa bulletin. We know the number of selectees for 2026. At least we have that number now. We know the available visas allocated for DV 2026. And we have seen that for Africa, there was no major movement. So that's 129,516. All right. So that's the number of selectees all over for all 6 regions. All right. Okay. Oh, there was one other thing I wanted to show you guys. So let me see. All the way at the bottom, I don't remember where it says, I'll find it, but it said that the 2027 DV lottery, here you go. It says the dates for the 2027 DV program registration period will be widely publicized in the coming months. In the coming months. So usually, if we go by history, by now, the dates should have already been announced. Please share the live and tap on the screen, especially on TikTok. By now, like last year it was announced by September 26th. By September 26th, we already knew the dates. I think it was October 2nd to November 4th or something like that. This year, today is the 16th of October, no news yet, nothing going on. So according to this official website, travel.state.gov, dates for DV 2027 program registration period will be widely publicized in the coming months. Those interested in entering DV 2027 program should check the Department of State's diversity visa webpage in the coming months. So for those who are saying that it's been canceled, it hasn't been canceled. If it was canceled, they would have put a notice here. And I don't think they can just wake up in the morning and just cancel the DV. There's a lot of process that goes along with that. So the thing is, I'm thinking they're waiting to get systems in place to implement the $1 rule and show us how to apply and, create a platform or a portal where people can make the online payment. That can cause a delay because they have to change systems. So that's what I'm thinking. If they decide to introduce the passport requirement, then they have to change the verbiage on their website. So some of those things take time, and that could be why I'm speculating. That could be the reason why the DV entry period has been delayed. So if we look at the people who have been selected, you can see Africa here has the numbers. Our Kenya country, it had 3,949 people selected for the DV. I have a lot of fans from Ghana also. It had 1,642. Lots of questions from people from the banned countries. Eritrea, I got so many questions from Eritrea, what's going to happen? People from Sudan, Sierra Leone, Somalia. So the thing is, even if these countries have been, even if they have been included in the travel ban, they were not part of the countries that were not eligible for the diversity visa. So they are still eligible for the diversity visa because this list of eligibility was created prior to the travel ban. So they were selected and they can still get their second notification letter. But because of the travel ban now, they are going to have a lot of problems or challenges when it comes to getting the visa itself, unless they have special conditions that make them, qualify for the visa. So we'll keep our ears on the ground to see whether or not the travel ban is going to be released, and when that is, I don't know. But a lot of people asking whether they should go ahead and complete their DS 260. I can't really tell you what to do. It's up to you. If you're optimistic and you're hoping that the travel ban will be released before the end of the DV program for 2027, so that will be September 30th, 2027, then you can go ahead and complete the DS 260. Just be aware that that's a lot of money, especially if you have a family. So I think you have to ask yourself, are you willing to bet? Are you willing to bet? Because it's $330 per person. So if you have a family of whatever number of people, multiply that by 330 and see it's going to be costly for you. So that's a question you have to ask yourself, whether you're willing to bet that. All right. I think I answered those questions. So let's go over quickly, and then I'll go to the chats. But let's go over quickly some of the questions asked on the DV program interview. So the biggest thing, and I've done several videos about this, is to know your DS 260. Know what you completed there. Are you married? Are you single? Did anything change? Have your circumstances changed since you submitted your DS 260 or since you received your 2NL? So if you already received your 2NL, then you cannot make those changes on the obviously on the DS 260. So let's say you have a baby or some life-changing occurrence happened. So make sure you take the stuff, whatever changes document-wise, take it to the appointment with you and just tell them that I know my DS 260 says this, but I have these changes in my life. I have a new baby. Here's the birth certificate. Here's the photo for the baby, all that stuff. So make sure you bring updated information if there's any change in your life after submitting your DS 260 and receiving your second notification letter. If you still have time and your case number is not very low, then you can ask the KCC to unlock your DS 260 and you can add that pertinent information there. All right. All right. So let's talk about frequently asked questions. So there are questions that are going to surround your DS 260. So mostly when you go for this interview, it's not an exam. It's just a verification of the information on the DS 260. For example, some of the questions might be like really obvious. What is your name? What is your date of birth? Where were you born? When were you born? What city? Do you have children? Have you ever traveled to the United States before? If the answer is yes, where did you go? What did you go to do there? Do you have relatives or friends in the United States? If you do, where do they live? What do they do? If you have children, what are their names? What is their date of birth? How old are they? How many do you have? Highest level of education, they want to make sure that you are eligible through education. They might check your high school certification or whatever education certification you provided. Do you work? What is your current job or occupation? If you're married, how and when did you and your spouse meet? How did you meet them? When did you get married? Where do you plan to live in the United States? Who is hosting you? What do they do? How did they come to the United States? How are you related to them? How do you know them? How do you plan to support yourself financially when you come to the United States? Are you planning to look for a job? or do you have somebody who has submitted an affidavit of support that is going to help you? So most questions surround the DV to the form DS-260. Those are the questions. Mostly, I'm not saying those are the specific questions, but they surround, whatever you answered on the DS-260. The other thing is when you get there, you need to bring some documents. So what are some of the documents that you need when you go there? First of all, you'll need your passport for you and for everybody who is in the DS-260 or who is in that whole application, or who you've included in your DV process. So make sure it's a valid passport, which means that it should not be expiring soon in the next 6 months. And then passport photos, the DS-260 confirmation page, the second notification letter, which is also the appointment letter. And then some people say that when you go to the embassy, that's when they do the biometrics, and also they do some security checks, and that's also the place that you pay the fee. So you need to show the receipt that you paid the $330 per applicant when you go there. So if you had already prepaid it, so bring the receipt. If you had not and they allow you to pay there, then you should. So some of the civil documents, if you're married, obviously they want the marriage certificate. If you're divorced or you have a legal separation, obviously they'll need that. Death certificate. If unfortunately your spouse passed away, they will need information and documents. Birth certificates for people who are involved in the DS-260. Proof of work experience. Remember, we went over how you can qualify for the DV program using your work or occupation. If that is how you're qualifying for the DV, make sure you bring your certification with you, high school or transcript or college information that qualifies you and makes you eligible for the diversity visa program. Police clearance from every country you have lived in over 6 months after you turned age 16. And some people get a medical something, maybe a chest x-ray, CD or something from your medical appointment. If they decide to give you any paperwork, most of the time they will submit it straight to the embassy. But if they give you any sealed envelope, make sure you bring that and don't open it. If you want to bring proof of financial support, if you have a job offer already somewhere, or you have bank statements, or you have an affidavit of support, then that will help. So those are most of the questions and the documents that you need. Please share the live and tap on your screens. I'll give you 3 seconds, TikTok, to please everybody tap on the screen and share the live so that the TikTok algorithm can push this live out for people who might need. So I appreciate you doing that for me. So that's what I had for you guys. That's the information that I had. I can go over the questions. I'll start on YouTube to see if you guys have any questions. So somebody's asking about family-sponsored preference visa. That's a whole different category of visa. So PK is asking, what if I win my green card while in another country? What happens with verification with my KCSC? Can I process my winnings in a different country? Medicals, visa, interview, etc. So if you are a resident of that country, PK, my understanding is that you can hold your medicals and your interviews because you're going to write on your entry where you live, where your mailing address is, and where your current location is. And so you can do that. But as far as verification of KCSE, I believe it's done online, and you can do that. Guys who have done their verifications, did you guys do on the Kenya National Examination Council website? I believe you can do that online, or if there's somebody that can send you original certificates, that would even be better. Braddock Lewis. I am 2026 selectee. I heard the bulletin was published yesterday, but haven't gotten an email. So the Visa Bulletin is published every month, and it's not specific to one person. It's specific to the whole world. So 6 regions that participate in the DV program. So the fact that it was published yesterday does not mean that you're automatically going to get an email. You're supposed to go over there and check to see if your case is current. So I don't know what your case number is, but and I don't know what region you are writing from. So depending on your region, if you have been here since the beginning, I showed you the Visa Bulletin. So what you do is you go there and look to see, is your case number, if you're in Africa, is your case number below 17,500? Which one is your embassy? And then your embassy, you should be getting an email soon for second notification letter. Am I a DV lottery winner? No, I am not. I just want to ask that when a bulletin published, do selectees receive email instantly, or it takes days to send out emails from AF 1? So you are 1,167, but which country though? Because it also depends on the embassy performance of the country where you live. So Cameroon. Okay, so for Cameroon, I don't have, like I said last time, I don't have specific information about how each embassy in the whole DV region is performing. So you have to do your due diligence and find out from your embassy, how is it performing and what case number have they reached? Are there people who have they even started doing the interviews, right? I know from feedback that Nairobi Embassy has issued second notification letters up to 4,000 case number. Somebody's asking, when does it start? We don't have that information. We don't have that information yet. Yes, December bulletin is the same as last month. It did not move. Excuse me. Loom, do you have any idea if Cameroon has started sending out second notification letters? No, I don't. I don't have specific information about specific, unless you guys give me feedback and let me know. Nyombi Suleiman, I have ever been in Dubai for 1 year, but it's now 9 years since I left there. So do I need a police clearance for UAE? I'm a Ugandan who was selected in 2026. Yes, for every country that you've lived in since you were 16, if you've lived in that country for more than 6 months. Joseph Kimani, how are you doing? What if I apply in Nairobi, then move to Dubai, and I'm selected for an interview? How do I go about that? So if you applied in Nairobi, and then you moved to Dubai, and you're selected. So let's say, for example, you put in your entry and you say that your address is, you are in Nairobi. And then you move. So when you move to Dubai, are you a resident there of Dubai? Is that where you're going to be living? Is that where you work and live? So when you're completing your DS-260, you can change the location. Although they are really saying that they want people to do their interviews at their country. But I think that was mostly for the non-immigrant visas. But if you are a resident, then you can move. You can move. If you're already working and living in Dubai, then you can move your embassy to Dubai. And Matthew, when can case 11K from Nairobi be scheduled? So that depends on how quickly Nairobi embassy is going to interview people. That depends. It depends. So if they already did a batch up to 4K, so I don't know when they're going to release the next batch. Sometimes there was a time, I think, was it in July? They did 2 batches in 1 month. So hopefully that'll be the case. TikTok, how are you guys? Are you tapping on the screen for me? Thank you so much for 2.3K likes. Let's keep tapping the screen so that TikTok can push this live for me so that people can join in. Thank you guys for being here this afternoon. Thank you guys for being here this afternoon. So I see that, let me see if there's anybody who has a question up on TikTok. Thank you guys for listening to me this afternoon and for always giving me feedback about what's going on. So let me start from the top and see if I can see if you guys have any questions. You have a lot of comments. Let me see what you're asking. Okay. When is the DV 2027 registration starting? That's the same question that also Karen is asking. So you guys asking the same question at the same time. So right now we don't have the numbers. We don't have the dates. Sorry, we don't have the dates yet. I was just reading the visa bulletin at the bottom. If you scroll down all the way, it says that the dates will be announced later in some months to come. I don't even know what that means. Maybe it's November. Hopefully it's before the end of the year. Joined late. Yato, how are you? Is this year's link ready? No, it's not yet ready. It's not yet ready. Debbie, can I add my children of 18 years and 19 years on my application form when it opens? Yes, as long as they are not married and they are under 21, you can add them. Thank you, Debbie, for your question. And thank you guys for sharing this live. Drift mode, how are you? When does it start? We don't know yet. We don't have any idea yet. Good afternoon, Abdibul Ali. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you guys? Is it open? Tavo for sure. No, it's not open yet. Where is the link chosen? Mary. The link is there, but it's not open. The link has never changed. It's dvprogram.state.gov unless they change something this year. It's just that they have a definitive time that they open it, about 4 or 5 weeks. And it's not open yet. It's not open yet. We can refresh it again and look, but it's not open yet. So let me share the screen here and check, and I can refresh it. It's not open. And according to the Visa Bulletin, they're not going to open it today. It's not open. A lot of people are speculating that it's going to be open today, but it's not. It's not open yet. Does 45 Grace 45K, does it have a chance? 45K for where? For which country or which region? JJ Beauty is still not open today yet. Today is 16th of October, right? That's what I said. I said, let me do a live today because today is the 16th of October and a lot of people are waiting to see whether it's going to be open. And no, it's not open yet. Nkube Melinkosi. I would like to know if people have started receiving their 2NLs for DV 2026. Yes, people have, depending on their regions, people have started receiving their second notification letter. HE President H Have they started sending 2NLs for 5K in Nairobi Embassy? I don't have that information. I haven't heard anybody saying that. Not yet. In Senegal, there were 478 DV selectees in IAM case number 63021. Will I get interviewed? So it depends on, again, it depends on your embassy, how quickly they are able to issue the 2NLs, and if your number right now is 63,021, So right now the current number is 17,500. So you have to wait until your number and wait to see if your number becomes current. When does it open? It's not opened yet. Miriam, no, it's not open yet. How long, Herbert, how long does the offer last before taking children to the US after the main applicant travels? So it depends on your date of your medical. So the date of the medical, 6 months from then, you have to bring everybody to the US. Okay. Hello, insightful talk. How are you? How are you? John Sonopi. There is a travel ban already imposed upon those countries, meaning they can't get a visa to enter the US. Most likely, unless they have special conditions. I had a list of the banned countries. If you guys want me to go over that, I usually have my notebook here on standby with important information. So the total, the countries that are under the total ban is Afghanistan, Burma, Burma, Chad, Republic of Congo, Equatorial Guinea, Eritrea, Haiti, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and Yemen. Countries under the partial ban: Burundi, Cuba, Laos, Sierra Leone, Togo, Turkmenistan, and Venezuela. So those are the countries under the travel ban. Thank you for sharing the live, and thank you for tapping on the screen. Kingdom Come, I'm inquiring about the Visa Bulletin. Okay. What's the question about the Visa Bulletin? We covered a lot on the last live and also today. So if you have a specific question, you can type it down there. Is Afghanistan added in DV Lottery 2027? I don't have a list of eligible countries yet because we don't have the date of the, we don't have the date of the entry period. So usually they do that hand in hand. Once they release the dates, they give us, under the instructions, they give us the list of eligible countries. So I wouldn't know yet. Yusuf Ali, how are you? When will this year the passport be among the requirements for application? That too, we don't know. So once we get the dates, then we'll get all that information and we can do one big video about the requirements, so we can come live and talk about what the 2027 DV program is going to look like. Khan, is Afghanistan on the ban? Yeah, I just read the list. Yeah, Afghanistan is on the travel ban. Actually, the total ban. Okay. I'm going up on to see if I missed anything on TikTok. Yes, okay. So I think I'm caught up on the questions on TikTok. When does it open? I would like to know if it's on 4K has a chance. Where is the link? Where is the link? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. If you're just joining in, today we are talking about the diversity visa entry period for 2027. Since today is the 16th, there was a lot of speculation that today is going to be the date. Today is going to be the beginning of the entry period, but it's not. As we have checked, the portal has not been open yet, so we will just wait. And we just read on the Visa Bulletin from travel.state.gov website that the 2027 entry period will be announced later in the months to come. What that means, I have no idea. Which month, I don't know which month. So we just have to be patient. Hi, Joker. Ambassador's daughter. When is the DV lottery start application? When is the DV application starting? What was the total number of visas issued for 2025 DV? I think it was 48,000. I think it was 48,000. They didn't even reach the cutoff for, let's see. I think it was 48,000 and something. Yeah. They didn't even reach the 50,000 or whatever number it was that they were supposed to reach. So they had like extra about 4,000, over 4,000 visas left to give out. So those were just wasted. Okay. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for joining the live. What is the question, PK? I'm not in my home country, neither am I a resident. So let me rephrase. I'm not in my home country, Kenya, neither am I a resident of the country I work in. I'm in Europe on a work permit. So I'm asking on that standpoint, how about medicals? So, but the work permit, how long is it? That's what I'm saying. So let's say you're there for how long? For how many years? Is it a contract? For how long are you there? Because I don't think you're expected, if you're already working in that in wherever country you say you're in, I don't think the expectation is that you would live there and go for medicals in Kenya. You would go for medicals where you're working at. And most likely you can even do your interviews there, but I don't know how long you are staying. You are staying in the country that you're in. Maurice, if I may ask a question, is it a must when paying the $1? Should your name be the same, or we can pay via our parents' card or M-Pesa names on our parents' phone? Right now, we don't have the specific, but I would imagine you don't have to be the same person on the application paying the money. It just needs to be paid and have a receipt. Ali Sanchez. Is the official date for 2027 application released? Not yet. Not yet. Diallo, I'm a winner of DV 2026. I am from Guinea. And I submitted my DS-260 on August 25th. Until now, I have not received my second letter. So what is your case number? Is Guinea Conakry the same as Equatorial Guinea? Because Equatorial Guinea is on the travel ban. So that doesn't mean that you won't receive your 2NL. You are still going to receive your 2NL, but if your country is one of those banned countries, then you might have an issue when it comes to the interview. You might have some challenges because of the travel ban. Thank you guys for liking the live on TikTok. I appreciate you being here. Tell me DV Lottery 2027 start date. Is this for DV Lottery? Yes. This video is, this live is about the diversity visa. Yes. And no, I don't. Thank you, Jimmy Moturi, for sharing the live. Thank you guys for the gifts. Thank you for sharing the live and for liking, tapping on this TikTok screen. Thank you. Yeah, everybody's just asking the same question about if the diversity visa lottery for 2027 is open. It is not open yet. It is not open. As you're coming in, thank you. Thank you. Share the live. Share the live. I see a lot of people coming in because you guys have shared the live. Thank you. If you're just coming in, today we are talking about the diversity visa 2027 entry period. We were checking to see whether the portal is open, and it's not open yet. A lot of speculation over the past few days since the beginning of October. People were speculating. They were like, "Oh, on the 16th, it's going to be open." And I know it's because people are reading this what you call this thing, the Federal Register. They were reading it, and I'm sharing it now. They were reading it and they were thinking that because it was published on September 16th of 2025, and it said that it was going to be implemented 30 days after the date of publication, that's why the calculation was coming from. So today would have been the day, that the $1 rule would have been implemented. But the portal is not open yet, so we just have to wait. We just have to wait. And I know it's frustrating for a lot of people who are anxiously waiting, people who are used to applying at the beginning of the month of October. So we don't really know when we are going to be able to enter. If we are paying the $1, how we are paying the $1, are we also required to have a passport during the application? Those three important things we still don't know yet as of the 16th of October, 2025. So we are all still waiting. Luima Jaba from Uganda, Kampala. How are you guys? Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining the live. When is diversity visa 2027 opening? That's the biggest question right now. And as of right now, we don't have any answers. Thank you guys for being here and for waiting patiently and for waiting. How many of us here are going to apply, are looking forward to applying in 2027 for the 2027 DV? Are you going to apply? Are you looking forward to apply? Do you have your photos ready? Do you have your photos ready? So at least you can be getting that ready, because we don't know, since it says that they're going to announce in the coming months, we might as well just start getting our passport photos ready, getting our documents ready, making sure that we have everything in place so that when they open it, we'll be ready. We'll be ready. So that's what I would suggest. Okay. Gami, what if you misspelled your name on the initial entry and then you won? You can fix it on the DS260. You can fix it on the DS260. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. TikTok, please get me to 10K likes on tap the screen. Tap the screen. Let me give you a few seconds to tap on the screen so you can get me to 10K likes on TikTok, because the more likes we get on TikTok, apparently, the more it pushes the live to other people who might not be aware that I exist on this TikTok streets, and they might also need this information. So the more the live is liked, the more it gets pushed to other people who might want to know this information. So thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. All right. The countries that are under travel ban. So there's a question about the travel ban. The countries that are under a travel ban to the US, such as Somalia, if their citizens win Diversity 2027, are they allowed to enter the US? So that's the issue. The issue is not them being selected, even for the 2026, because they were selected prior to the travel ban. The announcement of the winners started in May. And then after that, I think in July is when the travel ban was released. Was it July or June? So can you imagine winning, finding out that you've won, and then finding out that, oh, you can't now come to the US because of the travel ban? That's very, very frustrating and heartbreaking for a lot of people. But my hope is that the travel ban will be released before 2027 DV entry period is over. DV entry, the whole program, 2027 DV, before it's over. And I hope that those people will have a chance. If you've been selected, you'll have a chance to go for your visa interview. I feel bad. I feel bad for everybody whose country was banned and they had already been selected. So the issue is not going to be getting the 2NL. You're still going to be selected. You're still going to get your 2NL. But when it comes to issuing a visa, they're not allowed to give you a visa unless you have special, circumstances. Your case number is 660. That's a low case number. So I hope you can get your 2NL soon and your embassy will give you an interview. I wish you all the best. Okay. All right. Thank you for the clarification. Salio, is there a possibility that DV lottery will not happen this year? Well, I wouldn't say that because as I was sharing just now, it's just delayed. It's just delayed. I was sharing the Visa Bulletin and we were scrolling all the way down for November 2025. And what it said was the entry period for 2027, the dates for the entry, let me highlight this. The dates for the 2027 DV program registration period will be widely publicized in the coming months. Those interested in entering the DV 2027 program should check the Department of State's Diversity Visa webpage in the coming months. So it has not been canceled. If it had been canceled, they would say that the Diversity Visa Program 2027 has been canceled. They haven't said that. Damaris Ndisho. Hi, Lucy. I haven't gotten my second notification letter and my case number is 6K. So hopefully you're going to be on the second batch of 2NLs that come through. Please let us know if you do. JC, thank you for joining. How are you guys? How is your Thursday? You guys are good. Shaq, thank you for being here. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. All right. Let me see if you guys have any other questions. Okay. PK, your photo question. Where's your photo question? Where is it? What question did you have for the photo? Did I skip it? Oh, the DV photo must be 6 months old. Okay. Sorry about that. The DV photo must be 6 months old. I have a photo that is 8 months old. Is that okay? Take another photo. The DV entry is not even open yet. So you have another opportunity to take a good fresh photo. It has to be 6 months or less. You can taken within the last 6 months, so it can show a representation of how you currently look. So yes, and take another one. Take another one. Make sure it follows the specifications so that you don't get disqualified. Okay. Na Barkley, how are you? Thank you for joining in. Where are you guys watching from? Hello. Is it open yet? No, it's not open yet. Damaris Tete, tell me DV Lottery 2027 start date. I don't have the dates. I don't have the dates. They're saying most likely in the months to come. Can you believe that? PK, you're welcome. Can you believe that? Welcome in. As you're coming in, make sure you tap the screen on TikTok. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for doing that. I feel weird every time I say that. But if I don't, then then the screen becomes frozen and TikTok sends me this puzzle saying that there's no engagement, that there's nobody there on the live, and therefore I should tell people to tap on the screen so that it can see that there are people there. Yeah, Gracie, it's not open yet. Fat Cat says on TikTok, do you believe DV lottery is slowly going to vanish? I don't know. I hope not. I hope not. I hope not. I'm very, very curious to see what's going to happen this year. This year has been full of surprises. So I'm very curious to see exactly what's going to happen. I'm very, very curious. Norman says it's a possibility. I feel like it's a possibility. Gracie, what time is it supposed to come out? Because it was supposed to be released now. Yeah, I know. By now, going by history, by now we've already received the dates. We've already entered those people who are entering early. By this time, people are actively participating in the program. But today's the 16th, and it's not open. They are playing this game. Okay, 4 p.m. New York time. It's supposed to be open today at 4 p.m. Gracie is saying that it's supposed to be open today at 4 p.m. Well, it's 2 o'clock on the East Coast. It's 2:05 here in Delaware, and I'm on the same time with New York. So I will check. Is it 2 o'clock or 3? What time is it, guys? It's 2:05. It's 2:05 here in Delaware. So I'll check it in 2 hours. But there's no way, unless things are just shifting from the norm, there's no way they are going to open the portal today without announcing the dates. They will have to announce the dates a few days before. So I don't think they can just automatically open the portal today without giving us a heads up. But you never know. So we'll check again. We'll check again at 4 o'clock. I doubt it, though. Okay. Ablio. Congratulations for helping the young generations where you're originally from. Oh, thank you. I'm from Kenya. Tabitha Nganga. Hi, Lucy. Is there an effect on email for those who use different name rather than official name when applying DV lottery? Is there an effect on email for those who use a different name rather than official name when applying for? What? I don't understand the question. I don't understand that question. I really don't. Okay, Diallo, I am a winner of DV Lottery 2026. I'm from Guinea. Oh, you already said that. We already talked about that. All right. The only information we've received is the $1 fee. Hello, are you married? Angelina, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. The fact that they haven't announced anything is worrying. I know. I don't know what the plan is, man. I really don't. Kajairo, good evening. How are you? Is there any update? Thanks for joining in. No, as of right now, it's the same information. I don't have any updates. Today is the 16th, and I thought that, oh, voila, it's the 16th. So let me go check the portal to see whether it's open, but it's not open yet. So if you're just coming in, we are talking about the DV program, the entry period, whether or not is open, because today is the 16th, and a lot of people thought that it was going to be open today, but it's still not open. It's still not clear whether we are paying the $1 and how we are paying it. It's still not clear whether we are going to be required to have a passport. The Visa Bulletin, the current one, is out. There is no major changes. We talked about that also. There's no major shift in the case numbers. So the cutoff for Africa is still the same, is 17,500, except for one of those countries. Let me go back and check. What country was that had a shift? It was just one country that had a shift for 2025 November. So for the December, it was Algeria that moved from 14,500 to 17,250 case number. So other than that, most of the things stayed the same. Okay. Gracie, how many is it for Europe? What, the case numbers? For Europe, it's 7,750, Gracie, for Europe. Are you in Europe, Grace? I'm from the UK. I need this process to open. I know. Let's hope that the UK will be eligible again this year. I hope so. Yeah, that's not a lot. So hopefully they can all get their visas. Ali Ibrahim, is Kenya eligible country? Yes, Kenya is eligible so far. Kenya has been eligible. Paulo Paciencia. Oh, I like that name. Hello, good evening. When does DV lottery going to open? I don't know yet. Eagle's Eye. She's trying to ask if there's a problem when someone uses an email that doesn't match their official names. Oh, as long Eagle's Eye, thank you. I was trying to digest that question. Like, what is she asking? So anyway, as long as you have access to that email, as long as you have access, you have the password, and you can consistently access that email, because that will be the means of communication. Gracie, you're saying the UK is a mess right now. I wouldn't recommend moving here. What? What's happening? What's happening? Even the US. What is happening? All right, guys. Dan Quay, you're just coming in. How are you? We've been here for like an hour. Welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. We've been talking about the diversity visa program. We were checking to see if the DV entry portal is open, and it's not open yet. So is Is it better to apply for the DV lottery soon as it opens or wait for a couple of days? So it depends. It depends. All I've seen is before when we've tried, like when I've tried to put in an entry for somebody on the first day, what? It keeps going like this in circles because everybody is on there. Everybody is on there. So I would wait a few days. Also the last day takes the procrastinators are all meeting there on the last day. The same as when we are checking the results in May. When you're going to check the results in May on the first day, it keeps going round and round in circle. We plug in the confirmation numbers and all that, and it keeps going round and round in circles. Tabitha, is that what you were asking? I hope that's what you were asking. Sorry about that. I did not understand the way you had phrased it. Okay. Miss You is asking, how about the requirements? Are they going to remove some of it, like high school with no degree? I don't know what they're going to do. I really don't. I'm waiting to see the new website, how they're going to change it. We are all waiting to see what they're going to do. Gracie, you're saying from TikTok, taxes are going up, a lot of public travel crisis, and there's a big immigration problem. Yep. Yeah. Taxation. It's the same here. It's like you work hard and you look at your paycheck and you're like, where did the money go? It's like the taxes being taxed too much. Can I register for the diversity visa lottery using a Somaliland passport? Do you have another passport or just that? Somali, okay, so these travel banned countries, they are not disqualified from entering the DV. It's just that they are on a travel ban. They can't come to the US. So if you apply, if your country is still eligible under the DV instructions, you can still apply. Once you apply, you can still get the 2NL. You can still be selected, but you're going to face a lot of challenges when it's time for the visa. You might be denied your visa. That's the issue. That is the issue. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm glad you got the answer to that. Okay. Prosper, you're saying currently in Uganda. You're saying, and then you're saying your case number is 47K and the interview location opted for Cairo, Egypt. When can I expect my 2NL? I'm not sure. I don't know. It depends on your embassy, and your number is not current yet. So right now the current numbers are up to 17,500. So we just have to wait because they just started processing the 2026 DV. So we still have time. Hopefully you'll be reached and you can go for your interview. Help Me God is asking, which is the best, LPN and RN? They're both good. They're good professions. It depends on how much you want to keep going back to school and your goals. It depends on your goals. Some people start as LPNs and move on to RNs and move on, and there's no limit to what you can do. I'm still in school now. You can see from I just came from class and came straight here. So there's no limit. There's no limit to what you can do here in the US. Hello, please. DV 2027 is already open. Ayika? No, it's not already open. It's not already open yet. I found DV Lottery 2025 case number 88K. DV 2025 is done. DV 2025 is done, and we are moving on to DV 2026. All right. JJ Beauty, hi. What happened? Why is this still not open yet? I believe it's because they are. Please TikTok, tap on the screen for me, please. Thank you, and share the live. Thank you very much. It's because I'm suspecting it's because they want to implement new things that were not there last year. So in order for them to do that to implement the $1 rule, in order to for them to add that to the website, in order for them to create a portal where people can make payments, because that was not there last year. So they have to create a portal where people will be making online payments, the $1. And then if they want to implement the passport rule, then they have to fix that verbiage on the application. They have to change the language. They have to include all that new information. So I don't know how long it's going to take for them to do that. Plus, remember, we are under a government shutdown, although they're saying that the DV program will not be affected. But some offices might be closed, so the delays are, I don't know how long the delays are going to be, but the delays are felt worldwide. Everybody's aware that the DV program is late. And every day we are checking to see whether it's open, and it's not open yet. Money Mindset, how are you? When will it open? Yeah, you just found us talking about that. We don't have a specific date yet. Okay, let's see. My country original, Eritrea, but I have travel documents for Uganda. Can I get interview? My case number is 25K. So once we get to 25K current, when they get to 25K, because right now they're still at 17,500, then you can use the travel documents for the other country that is not under the travel ban and see whether you can. Yeah, if you have another passport for a country that is not banned, I would use that or other travel documents. And that is one of the exceptions of qualifying for a visa if you come from a travel banned country. Masha J unasema ama ndio DV imeisha tu hivyo. I don't think imeisha, sidhani imeisha. Sidhani wanaweza amka asubuhi waseme hakuna DV anymore. Sidhani. Delays tu, delays ndio mob. Miss you. This was my 4th time to apply. So you keep applying. Just keep applying, you never know. And Abby, Kifo unasema, can I use the passport photo I used last year? No. Let's talk about the photo real quick, because that's the second question about the photo. The photo must be no more than 6 months old. So as we are waiting for the government to figure out what they want to do with this year's DV, let's take good photos. Let's take good current photos. Let's go over the specifications for the photo. Let's review them. Let's make sure it's cropped right. Let's make sure we are taking it under a white or off-white background. We are not wearing any glasses. We are not wearing any headphones unless you have hearing aids. We are not wearing anything on our hair. We are not tying a shawl that covers our whole face. We are making sure that our face is visible. We are looking straight into the camera with no expression. We're not laughing, smiling, or none of that. Our eyes are open, right? Our eyes are open. If we have a beard, let's make it neat. If we have long hair, let's pull it back up like this or make sure our face can be seen. So let's make sure we are doing that. As far as clothing, any casual clothing you can wear, and just make sure you're against the background is most important. Like this stuff right now, this cannot be part of your background. So remove remove all that stuff and be sure that your background is white or off-white. Or go spend a little money and have it done professionally. Okay, if you're not sure. Follow the measurements, 2 by 2, 600 by 600 pixels resolution. Make sure you're following that, the size, and all those instructions. If you need a guide, I have a quick video. It's like 3 minutes on YouTube. It's called the DV photo specifications. It's one of the highest watched videos. So go over there and watch it. It will take 3 minutes of your time, step by step. Either that, or you can go to travel.state.gov and just type DV photo and you'll see all the instructions. All right. Thank you guys for tapping on the screen on TikTok. And JJ is asking on TikTok, what if I was born in EU Paris and my husband from an ineligible country? If you're legally married, your husband can claim chargeability from your country because you're married. So there's two ways there's an exception. If you come from a country that is not eligible, you can claim chargeability from your husband, your spouse, if they come from a country that is eligible, all right? Or your parents. Can I apply with a Kenyan passport in South Africa but go to Kenya for the process? Yeah, you have to indicate that then. You have to indicate where you want your embassy is going to be. Where are you going to do your interviews? Tim is asking, what's new? Akuna, nada, nada. There's nothing new. Today was the 16th. I thought I would come with a lot of information that is new. Nothing new. The only new thing is that the Visa Bulletin for December is out and there's no major changes. So really, there's really nothing new. Okay. Ooh, lots of questions on YouTube. I'm okay. Hi, Michael. How are you, Michael? Thanks for joining in. Money mindset, because they said they'll work on the system for 1 month, which means that today would be the day, but still nothing. They announced anything new? Nope. They said that they will announce the DV entry period in months to come. That's what I read on the portal a few minutes ago on travel.state.gov. Hi, Lucy. Is it really truth concerning the $1 payment for each applicant or for family head? I think it's for the entry, per entry. But like I said, once they release all the information, we'll be able to have a better idea of what do they want us to do. Right now, it's a lot of speculation. So let's just wait and see. Once we get the information, we'll screen share, we'll all read it together, and we'll see what they want us to do. Hi, hey, Rula. When will DV 2027 open? What does it need? Yeah, that's what we're talking about. We really don't know when it's going to open, and once it opens, we'll have the instructions. I want DV 2022, but have not scheduled for an interview. DV 2022? What? Are you sure? Read that again, and because we've been done with DV 2022. Haruna Osman. Hello, Lucy. This is Haruna watching from Ghana. Please, will they implement the passport policy, and when will the DV lottery be opened? I just joined. You just joined. You missed out on a 1 hour and a half. You can replay the video, but I was screen sharing a lot of information We don't have information yet about the DV entry period. We don't. We're still waiting. And we don't have the instructions, so we don't know whether we are going to need the passport or not, but it's always good to have. It's always good to have. You're welcome. Vincent, you're welcome. The American government has started working again. I would have learned that they are in shutdown. So regardless of whether or not they are in shutdown, technically the DV program is not supposed to be affected. So we'll see how that goes. Miss you, what's your YouTube account? My YouTube account is the same as my TikTok, is Lucy Mwangi USA. I got some good videos there. How many kilobytes does it have? 240. What, the picture? The picture? 240. I have my photo and I use the tool and it tells me ready to go. All right. All right. You're ready to go. The only thing that I would be cautious about is, let me show you something. The photo tool, the DV photo tool, the one that is provided by, let's see, the one that is provided by travel.state.gov does not show you the specifications. It just shows that the size. It just crops the size. So if you type DV photo, can't type today. If you type DV photo, you will get a lot of information about, let me see if it will let me. It's still searching. But it gives a lot of information about the DV photo. So about the specifications, about the size, the resolution, all of that, how to take the photo, all of that information. So make sure you go there and read about all the dimensions, all that. How much time between being selected and the interview embassy? It depends on your case number. It depends on your case number and also your embassy performance. Jim Obino, DV will be open soon. By next week, you will all know the dates. Jimmy Kumokami, do I need a passport before applying for lottery? Right now, it's not a requirement. We don't know yet because we don't have the instructions. So, tungoje. Wambo Jaber, you have a question? What is the question? Yeah, let's wait. Thank you so much. I appreciate you give me this opportunity and thank you for the advice. You're welcome. Thank you so much, Miss Ami. All right. Let's see. Vincent, is it due to the government shutdown that is delaying the DV program or what? I don't think it has anything to do with the shutdown. I think it's because of the two things that we were talking about, the implementation of the $1 rule and also the $1 fee and the passport rule. And so they're trying to figure out the systems. Okay. Lucy, how is John Duty? Jim Obino. I hope he's okay. I see him on his YouTube channel, John Duty TV. I see him doing videos there. Since I have an 88K number in Djibouti, I want to ask you if we can reach up to this 88K number for this year. I don't know. I don't know, right? Because right now we are only up to 17,500, but we just started the DV 2026. So hopefully Hopefully we'll move faster. TikTok, can you guys please get me to like 20K likes? Is it possible? Can you help me do that? Thank you. You do that by tapping on the screen. You can tap as many times as possible, as many times. There's no limit to how much you can tap on the screen to get me there. I appreciate that. Lawrence, hi, Madam Lucy, just joining the live. Any update on 2027 DV? How are you, sir? No updates right now. No updates. We're still the same as the 2 days ago when we did the live. The only update is that the Visa Bulletin for December is out and there's no really changes as far as the numbers for Africa. Okay. Watching from Liberia. All right. Thank you guys for watching from all over the place. I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate you. Okay. Yeah, just do a little bit of research. Like if you want to know about the DV, lots of information on travel.state.gov. All these questions that you have are available there, especially about the photo. The step-by-step on how to take even a baby's photo. Because as soon as the baby is born, as soon as if you were pregnant and now you have a baby, the baby needs a photo. So there's tricks and tips on how to take a baby's photo. Miss you. It has been postponed until further notice by U.S. Department of State. Please confirm. Who said that? We just read on the website that is going to be announced in few months to come. So we'll just wait and see. So I'm just getting similar questions around and about the same questions, but I don't have any more information. I don't have no news. That was it. Today we talked about the DV entry period. We were checking to see, given that today is the 16th and there was a lot of speculation about the DV program being open today, I wanted to come on the live so we can check together and see whether that's a fact or not. And we have established that it's not open yet. We also wanted to update you on the DV Visa Bulletin. We have found out that the changes are very minimal. There is no movement as far as the case numbers. We are still at 17,500 for Africa, with the exception of Algeria. And then we answered some questions, frequently asked questions at the DV interview, and the documents that are needed to go there when you go to the interview. Also, we talked about the travel ban and how it's affecting the diversity visa process. So since I'm just getting similar questions about when the DV is opening, we should close the live now, and then on the weekend, I'll come back to see if there's anything that you guys want updates on, or if there's any other questions, and we can talk about that. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate your company. I appreciate your questions, your engagement on TikTok and on YouTube. Follow me on TikTok. It's Lucy Mwangi USA. I'm also on YouTube. My YouTube channel is Lucy Mwangi USA. Have a good afternoon, guys. Have a good evening. And I'll see you on the next live and on the next video. Bye, TikTok. Bye, guys, on YouTube. I'll see you soon.